summer. We are in the middle of July and we are enjoying this summer weather. Schedules are a little bit different in the summer. The select board only has one meeting and that will be happening at the end of July. School committee also only has one meeting. So if you're looking for those meetings on their usual dates, make sure you check the town calendar. On today's show, we have a number of stops on our Around the Town tour. We're going to be heading into Boston for some of the Harbor Fest festivities. We're going to be stopping at Stone Park for the first of the summer concerts. And we're going to be heading over to the fire department on Cedar Street to do an interview and show you a little bit about Camp Bailout. So stay with us as I bring you Around the Clock. Stops. We're going to be heading out of Ashland first. We're going to be heading into Boston for a few stops. We are first going to start at the Parade of Sail, Boston 2019. This happened in the harbor. We had some great footage of some ships and boats going by. Let's go take a look. In Boston is always a fun time. There's always great food, great music, and great sights to see. A big thank you to Allison Rose for going and grabbing that footage of Sail Boston for us. We're going to stay in Boston, but we're now going to head over to the Esplanade for the dress rehearsal of the Boston Pops for their July 4th concert. If you've never been in on July 3rd, it is quite a treat. They don't have the crowds that you have on July 4th. You can get in, just be in line as about 4 o'clock. They open the gates at 4, the oval right in front of the stage at 5 o'clock. It's a great fun way to see the concert live without all the craziness of July 4th. Big thanks to Todd Carter for going in and getting us footage of this July 3rd dress rehearsal from the Pops. Always fun listening to the Pops music. I enjoy watching it on TV. As I said, if you've never been to the concert, it's worth going in on the 3rd and enjoying that. We're going to come back to Ashland for our own summer concert series. Every Tuesday at Stone Park, there is the Ashland Free Concerts. It's music in the park. It's a great way to get out and enjoy. And of course, for every good concert, there needs to be food. The Ashland Lions are there with their food trailer. You can get dinner, you can get a snack, you can get a drink. It's a great way to help support the Lions as they support the town of Ashland. Let's take a listen to this week's concert. They are sponsored by the Ashland Day Committee. If you'd like, you can go to their website or to their Facebook page, and it gives you a full list of the concerts that are coming up. It's a great mix of different styles of music every week. And again, it's just a fun way to enjoy some free live music right here in Ashland. We'd like to share with you another story here on Around the Clock. This is the story about Camp Bailout. Camp Bailout is a program run by the Ashland Fire Department, created and designed by Captain Lynn Morgan. She is one of our female firefighters who feels that it would be great to get more young women involved in firefighting. She created this program where young women for free get to experience what it might be like to be a firefighter. Taken around the clock on the road. We are at the Cedar Street Fire Station with Captain Lynn Morgan. Lynn, thanks for having us here at the station.
Oh, it's great to have you here.
And we are here to talk about Camp Bailout, which is a program that Lynn created. Tell us a little bit about why you created it and when you created it.
Well, I created it 11 years ago after I went to a seminar where they were trying to increase the percentage of women in the fire service and EMS. And they came up with a concept that if they designed these small fire camps and created these comfortable environments where they had female instructors, they may be able to recruit some more or entice some more young females to get involved with the fire service or the EMS services.
And how did you think to do it here in Ashland?
Well, again, I used the resources of the departments that already had established the camps. I reached out to them, and they were very supportive, and they guided me in the right direction. And I designed a program, presented it to the then town manager and fire chief, and they liked the program, and they supported me, and it has been that way ever since.
And about how many young women do you have each week?
Every year, well, it varies. We've had as few as 8, and we've had as many as 26. And we realized very quickly that 26 is just a little bit too much for the facilities and my small support staff. So currently, I feel that 16 is a good amount of girls to support what we have here.
And what are some of the activities or information that you pass on to these young women during the camp?
Well, the biggest thing is we try to instill confidence in the young ladies. I try to show them that there's nothing that they can't do as a profession. I'm surrounded by professional women in the fire service, and they see that what they're capable of doing. But I also bring in women in professions, other professions. We have Stacy Kaiser, Officer Kaiser, and Officer Anderson that came in this year from our own police department, and they were able to spend a couple of hours and talk to the young ladies about what it's like to be a police officer. This year we were lucky enough to have a corporal from the Army come in, and she talked to the girls about what it's like to be in the Army Reserves as a female. And so that's a big part of it, is basically exposing these young women to professional women of all different genres, just so they can see that no matter what it is they want to do, they can do it.
And what type of young woman is this program for? Who do you gear it toward?
It's definitely a physical camp. So it's physical and it's challenging. We like to challenge the girls in a comfortable environment and very supportive. But usually girls that are physical like to be physical. We teach them different aspects of firefighting, EMS, medical side of it. But we also do some rope challenge courses, and we do some water rescue in the boat. So it's somebody that likes to be outdoors and get physical.
And do you have any young women, you've been doing it, you said, for 11 years, that you know have gone on into the firefighting industry?
Absolutely, yes. We do have at least half a dozen women that have joined either EMS or fire service over the years.
So that must make you feel proud about the program, that the women are doing something with it.
Absolutely, absolutely it does. Initially when I started the program, I really was focusing on the firefighting and the EMS, but as the years went by, I realized that it was much more rewarding to me to have girls and women that just had more confidence about themselves, and whatever it is, whatever career path they chose, that they had confidence to do it.
Good. What are some of the challenges that you faced as you've done this program?
Challenges. Well, recruitment is hard, believe it or not.
Okay.
Every year, myself and my sidekick, Mike Tarosian, we struggle trying to get the word out to these young women and finding the right social media to find these young women. It is a kind of difficult age, between 14 and 19. They've got their summer plans already planned out. So I think that for us personally is probably the most challenging thing, is to find the right avenue to get the word out to these young ladies, what the camp is about, and have them come try it.
Good. And what has been some of the more rewarding things? And I'm sure there's quite a few.
Yeah, that's a long list. Day 5, when graduation, showing the video, that's really emotional for me, because it brings it all together. You know, all the hard work, all the work that my instructors do, all the support that I have in the town. And it just, everything comes together, and I get to see it in a 10-15 minute video, and it just, everything comes to life for me. So it's very realistic. But and I also get to see the smiles on the girls' faces, because I never know, you know, are they really enjoying themselves? Are they really having a good time? We're having a good time. We're hoping they do. But
right.
You know, the girls are shy at that age. Mm-hmm. But when I get to see the video and I get to see those smiles on their faces, and when they come up afterwards and they thank me and thank my staff, I said that's the most rewarding thing.
Why did you want to do this program? We'll start with you, Maggie.
It's really great to see who's in the workforce, what they do every day, all the women in it. It's really empowering and awesome.
Okay. And for you?
Yeah, like what she said, it's like really nice to see how women have kind of broken the barriers and like gotten into these jobs, and it was really fun.
Now, did you ladies do this because you're interested in firefighting in your future?
Not exactly, but like I just thought it would be a fun experience to have, like in a new type of camp.
Okay.
And maybe not firefighting, but somewhere in the workforce, and this showed us everything.
So what kinds of things did it show you besides firefighting? You're talking about just women being in the workforce. What did it show you for that?
Well, we did a lot of team building exercises. We were at a ropes course for a little bit, and we had a police officer come in and tell us all about her job. And we actually just today had someone from the military come in, and she told us all about being in the Army, and it was just so great.
Cool. What else did you learn?
We learned a lot about like firefighting and what it takes and like what you have to do, and it was really great.
What was your favorite thing about the week?
My favorite would probably be like the boat rescues when we went down to the reservoir, it was really interesting, and I really loved that.
And what was the most interesting for you?
I really loved the police officer. We practiced some self-defense, and the military woman. She was great too. I loved hearing all about that.
And did you know that the police officer, Katrina Anderson, born and raised right here in Ashland, went through the Ashland Public School, so it's great for her to come back and work with all of you. Great. What was the hardest thing about the week? Or most challenging for you?
It's a long day. Also, it was a little difficult at the ropes course, but other than that, it wasn't too bad. But the pants the firefighters wear are extremely hot. That was very difficult.
And with the heat, you can imagine what that would be like.
Probably you're burning all the time.
What was the most challenging for you?
The most challenging was pretty much like what Maggie said, like the pants were like really hot, and I felt like the few of the things we did today, like how we had to get down and like find a victim who has fallen and like get them back to safety. I felt like that was kind of challenging.
Well, that wraps up this episode of Around the Clock. I want to thank you for watching. A big thank you to Captain Lynn Morgan over at the Ashland Fire Department and her young women who participated in Camp Bailout for sharing their story of what their week was like. Of course, if you ever have an event or a story that you'd like us to share, make sure you reach out to us at either our Facebook page, Around the Clock, or directly to WACA-TV. Enjoy, and we will be back later in July.
Thank you for joining us here at the Esplanade in Boston. I'm Todd Carter here with Peter Chisholm. Peter, how was the show?
I thought it was great. And if you look behind me, you see the cannons here from the National Guard. They're, of course, one of the highlights during the 1812 Overture.
Yeah, and thank you again for interviewing the Army National Reserve. And thank you for all your work here with WACA-TV here today.
You're the one that most of it. We had a great time tonight. We did what we had to do. The folks we talked to here were great. They were a great help to us. The staff, of course, put on this concert every year for the people. And we had a great crowd here tonight, too. I think that people really loved it. I thought it was a great concert. One of the better ones.
Yeah, definitely a great concert. So thanks again for joining us here at WACA-TV. We hope to see you again soon.
Good night.